There's some interesting stats when you look at that. There's been a new trend, Rob, in the NFL when it comes to number one picks, specifically when you're talking about quarterbacks. And the Titans, we know this past Monday, they fired head coach Brian Callahan just 6 weeks into his rookie season. That's crazy, right? The number one pick, of course, Cam Ward. Now, this has started to happen 4 of the last 6. This is your 4th straight number one quarterback that has lost a coach, and the conversation becomes, where's the patience for these franchises with these coaches? Because, Rob, I was thinking, in order for you to get the number one pick, generally speaking, you had to be bad. And you can't be bad and like, oh, we just need that one piece. Right. That means you're usually going to have bad offense. Maybe the offensive line's bad. Maybe your defense is terrible. And so the idea that a coach is just going to come in and automatically change the game, in this case 6 weeks, but and all of a sudden turn your entire franchise around. This isn't the NBA where we landed Tim Duncan or we landed Derrick Rose or we landed LeBron, where things can shift and change. You can see the momentum swing in your franchise. But these coaches they are on a short lease, period. And that's just where sports are right now. You can be coach of the year and be coach of unemployment the very next year in any sport, any league. And that's where we are. But I just find it interesting because when you get that second coach, that's where you start to get the success. So if you're Caleb Williams, well, as soon as you get Ben Johnson, now you guys are 3-3. He's starting to look a little bit better as a quarterback, and things start to look better for you. So I don't know if teams are starting to see a little bit of, hey, let's get, this ain't working, get rid of him and find the next guy, because there's been a little bit of track of success with these number one picks in that regard. But man, a year with the number one pick quarterback?
Nah, I just think it's where we are. It's just where we are in sports. There is no 3 to 5 year plan. Nobody's waiting around. People are trying to win now for these jobs. There's a lot of money at stake. People they're not waiting around. I'm not going to wait around to see if you can coach or not. And can you just give me this? Rob G, first guess or second guess? Nathaniel Hackett, after whatever it was, week 1 or 2, didn't we say he can't coach? He's not. Remember, he had to hire somebody to keep time for him, and
yeah.
we're like, he's
Couldn't
not.
hack it.
He can't hack it. He wasn't ready. Like, everybody's not a head coach, and sometimes you look. What would scare me in New York with Aaron Glenn is they're not competitive. You can lose. Don't tell me, oh, well, we're a close game. We just got to be able to No. You were not competitive. Even when they lost to Dallas and they put up those points at the end, that game was long over. Those numbers, stop it. It wasn't close. That's what's scary. Dallas had like the worst defense, and they couldn't score until the final 8 minutes. Really? When they took their foot off the gas.
No. They look awful because, again, they're not just losing where you're like, all right, we're getting better. They are looking bad on both sides of the ball for the most part. But look at that. I want to list some of these names for you. So since 2016, 6 total quarterbacks, all former number one picks, did not make it through their rookie season with the same head coach the whole way through. Jared Goff, when he had Jeff Fisher, he looked awful. Jeff Fisher.
But Jeff Fisher was a terrible offensive coach.
Horrible.
I mean, like
that
really
was not
bad.
his thing. Defense was his thing.
Right,
and now you get the number one pick.
The offense was awful.
And then as soon as Sean McVay comes.
I remember Eric Dickerson had a thing with him.
Yep,
Remember
I remember that.
Yeah, because of the offense was like, what? What is this?
Because he was stuck in it. Yeah, a lot of those guys get stuck in their way. Then you had Baker Mayfield with Hugh Jackson. He didn't make it. That was in 2018. Trevor Lawrence with Urban Meyer. We know how that worked out.
Well, Urban, that was some other extenuating
extracurricular activities. Bryce Young with Frank Reich in 2023.
Don't shake your head about Urban Meyer. It's not an urban myth.
No, it ain't.
It was an urban stiff. I'm just saying.
Rob, caution. Rob,
caution. Rob, caution.
And you know what? You know what I might do? First of all, you're stupid. That's why I'm moving on.
Don't get fired.
I want us to make it 5 more years. You know who?
You know how you always bring up. Notice that?
Yeah,
the number went down.
That's true. Well, no, because the year that's right. 1 down. You're right. 5 to go.
Okay.
You know how you keep bringing up Hackett? I think somebody might one up your Hackett.
Who was that?
That is Matt Eberflus. Of guys where you're watching in real time, where you're like,
he can't coach.
This dude does not know what he's doing. Right. And I'm not. Hey, he's good. as a coordinator,
but
as a head
coach, right?
Man, he didn't know how to use timeouts. He didn't know how to close out a quarter. He didn't know situational things. He didn't have Caleb Williams in the best position. Matt Eberflus was up there as another one, and then now Cam Ward with Brian Callahan. So be careful when you're a head coach and you're excited and you got that new shiny toy, that number one quarterback, the number one pick. You're all excited because by the looks of things, it is a death sentence, especially when you go back. This was not the case back in the day. Back in 1936, no head coach had ever been fired in the middle of the same season that his team drafted a quarterback, first overall pick.
Yeah, but those guys were making $100 a week. I'm just saying, like, things were different.
Rob, it went to 2016, okay? One didn't stop in 1982.
I'm just saying, but I'm saying it was totally different. The stakes are higher now. They really are. And no one's waiting around. Fans aren't waiting. I asked Rob G., who's been dying for the Raiders to win something. I said, would you wait if I told you, point blank, give me 5 years and we'll turn this around? Are you waiting? Are you buying tickets? Are you going? Are you investing? No. Most fans, Rob G., am I right, would opt out and say, let me know when you got this together. I'm not sticking around for 5 years. I'm not. So they feel good like, oh, they got Geno Smith.
Right.
Oh, they got all right. We finally got a quarter. Oh, we got Geno Smith. And then he throws 19 interceptions in his first 4 weeks or whatever it's been.
Well, Rob G., why wouldn't you wait them 5 years? You've been waiting 25 years anyway.
Because the thing that
NFL
teams are good at, especially teams like the Raiders and like the Browns, is they sell you optimism year in and year out.
They've been selling Detroit optimism forever.
But if they came out and said a point blank, we are not going to be good for the next 5 seasons, we're gone.
Right. I believe that. I'm serious.
Yeah, I believe it too. But
I'm not saying that nobody would show up or whatever, but you wouldn't be selling out. You wouldn't be. People would be like, let me know when you. Detroit is a great baseball town, right? When they're winning, they pack the place.
Detroit.
When they don't, Rob G., when they don't try and they're not spending any money, people won't show up.
The only team in Detroit, I'll say the Red Wings and meet what I'm about to say. The Lions are the only team, 0-16, 16-0. People are there. You know, it's the weirdest thing. The Lions have given the team nothing, and they still show up. It's the weirdest thing.
But it's easier because it's only a
game. But I mean, at some point, you feel like you'd want to make a we're going to make a stance. It's like Cowboy fans. Oops, sorry. Y'all done did I tell you what, this is going to be the best year we ever did. We're going to win this year. And y'all look the same every year, and y'all been showing out for 30 years, still showing up like crazy. Matter of fact, to the tune of 100,000 people fitting up in that daggone Jerry World. Well, I got a little preacher in me. Well, I don't know. Worse than Wednesday. I got a little 100,000. Sorry about that. My bad. All right, on the way.
Are you sleeping with anybody in the congregation? I'm just asking.
Don't do the preachers like that on the
Wow.
Don't do that. It ain't the Sabbath. It ain't the Sabbath, but dang it, keep it holy.
Alex is like, what?
Hey, this
Rob,
I'll
caution.
tell you what, we 40 minutes into the show. You riled up. You riled up right now. I tell you what.
You pop too many leaves, buddy.
Yeah, them blue leaves. On the way, Shekel City Play of the Day as well. And
I ate them like M&M's, the blue ones.
Well, I don't want to be here when you eating the blue M&M's. Man, Fox Sports Radio. All right, Rob, so they're watching us right now, which means another thing they can do is what?
They can subscribe. All you got to do is hit that button, subscribe to The Odd Couple for some of the best sports talk content in the nation.
Facts, and while you're at it, they can like, they can comment, they can share. Do all that for us. We appreciate it. Just do all that right up in here.